The roll cast is a great cast to use when there are obstacles behind you and you don't have lots of space. It's a very effective cast to use when fishing on rivers, allowing you to easily cast out your line without getting tangled behind. It's also a great way to get a working length of line out prior to an overhead cast. Body position is very important. Stand comfortably with one foot slightly in front of the other, facing the water. To get line out when you start fishing, using your spare hand, pull 2 to 3 arm lengths of line off the reel. Then lower the rod tip towards the surface of the water and wiggle the rod from left to right multiple times to allow the line to glide through the rod rings and out onto the water. You can use your spare hand to help. Place your thumb on top of the rod handle facing the rod tip and wrap your palm around it, holding firmly but gently. Then tuck the free line from the reel underneath the first finger of your rod hand. The rod tip should be positioned at the start point. This is just above the surface of the water. When casting, we often refer to a clock face. Directly above you is 12 o'clock, below is 6 o'clock, in front is 9 o'clock, and right behind is 3 o'clock. To begin with, you want to keep the rod tip just above the surface of the water. This is your starting point. From there, smoothly lift the rod to the 1 o'clock position, whilst keeping your elbow pointing to the ground and comfortably tucked into your body. From this position, imagine the rod is a hammer in your hand and directly in front of you there's a nail which you're going to tap in. With one motion, tap your forearm forward to a pause at 10 o'clock before slowly lowering the rod, stopping just above the water's surface. If done correctly, the line will land gently and smoothly on the water's surface and relatively straight. It's vital to aim your rod tip at 1 o'clock. This allows for the line to create what we call a D loop. The D loop creates a static weight which we use to load the rod on the forward cast. Stopping your rod tip before or at 12 o'clock can lead to the line not casting out onto the water correctly and poor presentation. The hammer tap gives the line the energy it needs to break the surface tension, load the rod and create a casting loop that unrolls out onto the water in front of you. Take the rod tip from the 1 o'clock position to the 10 o'clock position in one smooth motion, using your forearm and not just your hand. If your roll cast isn't working, think about these 3 things. Your timing. A roll cast can be broken down and corrected easily as the line is anchored and not airborne. Your stop and start positions. And your hammer tap and lowering of the rod. Improving your casting takes time and practice. The more you practice, the better you'll get. One day it will all come so naturally that you won't even have to really think about it. Learning to cast is frustrating at first, but keep trying and you will get better. One of the best investments you can make in your fly fishing journey is a professional lesson, which can save many frustrated hours.